Since Facebook.
Wait, are we going to Jake's page now, or is that what we're doing?
No,
No, no,
it's
no.
not going live on Facebook. What I'm doing is sharing the link. So I'll send you the link, Dallas, on this text, and if you want to send it to your Facebook, say, hey, we're all going live on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say so space has started. Wait, somebody listen to something? What the hell was that? Somebody's got something on the background, dude. It's not like some French porno or something.
That's awkward.
It, did you hear that?
No.
Has started. Wait, somebody listen to something? Okay,
Probably is.
it's Steve-O, dude.
No, oh no, no. I couldn't tell if this was the live or. Oh god.
All right,
Steve O's watching French porns.
all right, maybe not French porn, but I just couldn't hear it. All right, well, I just started stuck with it for. So I just started to go for live. Brotastic Voyage has now gone to YouTube Live. Page. Intel. Okay. Okay, you guys see. Okay, showing that we're live. Okay, good.
We're live on what?
Facebook. Or I'm sorry, YouTube. YouTube. Here's the link. If y'all want to join in on the fun. Hope to see y'all there. Okay, so I'm posting on my page.
And I just posted it.
Okay, you already got the link up. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so Dallas,
Oh yeah.
do you need the link?
Yes, please.
All right. Well, since you asked so nicely, absolutely, that was a sweetheart, man. All right, watch our live show. Dallas,
Oh yeah.
do you need the link? All right, there it is.
Yes, please.
Since you asked so nicely, absolutely, that was a sweetheart, man. Okay, there's the link coming at you. Oh, I'll put that up. Okay, Dallas, there's a link. I just sent it to you.
Got it.
And let me see here.
Let's see. Copy.
All right. Oh, see, and I'm sharing it to Brotastic Voyage. I guess we're gonna see if it posts here. All
I
right.
shared it too. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Cool. All right. I guess we'll see if it works. So, all right. If you guys are ready here, oh, good. It's already got the timer going. So I'm gonna start here at the 4 minute mark for audio, and then we're gonna be good to go. So, yeah, we
Is
ready?
this already recording?
Yeah, it's already recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
5, 4, 3. Well, what is up, everybody? It is Brotastic Voyage Nation. We're coming to you guys live and in charge with a whole different platform today. Oh boy, the journeys of three knuckleheads just trying to figure this one out, man. I'll tell you right now, it's been a challenge, you know. So we're along for the ride, and the best part about it is we picked up a stranger. Well, he's not really a stranger. He's been on the show already, so it's no longer just me and my boy Steve-O, Jake the Snake. In fact, I'm gonna let him come in here real quick and introduce himself. What's up, brother? How you doing tonight?
Talking to me, Devil Dog Fred here. Yeah, I'm
Fred
just here
said.
and having the time of my life, man. I'm sorry, I'm still adding this to Facebook right
Okay.
now.
Well, no. Technically, I was trying to bring Jake the Snake over here, but he's all being quiet. Jake the
Oh, I thought you were talking to Fred too. So
Snake.
yeah,
Jake the Silent Snake over here, man. What the hell, dude?
that's right, man.
God, he don't say nothing. All right.
Come on.
If this is any indication of how this roller coaster is going to be, this is going to be fun. So guys, good to have you on here. We are on a new streaming platform called Riverside. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. So we're not plugging them yet. We're on the free version, so no hate. And if you got some hate, hell, we'll hear it. But go to YouTube, and that's where we're playing right now until we get our YouTube channel verified. Steve-O is working on that. We're on Exposed Homes channel right now since that's been verified and up since the crack of dawn. I've been there since the beginning of time. So, guys, good to see you on there, man. Y'all doing all right today?
Good to see you, brother. Welcome. Yes. It has been an adventure so far. I'm glad that we all understand my headache now. I tell you, dude, I don't know what's wrong with Facebook, but they can go to HELL.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spell it out because they might be listening and boot me off.
Right? HE double hockey sticks. That's right.
But yeah, so we are here, guys. So thanks for joining this week. We're gonna have a great episode, Boxy.
I'm excited.
Our commentator, guy in the background, Devil Dog Fred. Fred, you don't by chance, are you a Georgia fan?
Georgia Bulldog fan, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was watching that game yesterday in the background, and I thought y'all had it there until the last minute and a half.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I totally missed it, so don't tell me anymore so I can go check it out.
Wow.
What? So are you trying
Bro.
to tell? I've never understood that. So are you telling me you don't know the ending of that game yet?
No, I have not checked it out yet, bro. I have not.
Bro,
Bro,
Uh-oh.
I've been you gotta understand, I've been so freaking it's been a very rough week for me ever since Wednesday.
yeah.
Wow. I'm sorry. Well,
So
do you want to
what's
talk
up?
about it? Yeah, I mean,
what's
yeah.
going on, brother?
We feel
Well,
for
no,
you.
well, Wednesday night, obviously I went to go check on my family in Georgia, go check everybody out Wednesday, and then I went to go crash out, and I only got about 2.5 hours of sleep. I just could not get comfortable for nothing, right? And the plan was I'm burning out before the hurricane gets there, which set my alarm for 5:30. Burned out probably about 5:50. I got here at 6:30, I believe it was 6:30 p.m.
Wow.
Jeez.
So
Damn. Well, thank you for coming on and bolstering through, brother. That sucks.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm good. And then so because of the lack of sleep and everything, I've been having a pretty bad headache. So
Oh, those are the worst, dude.
Yeah.
Sleep deprived
Yeah, yeah.
headaches are no fun.
Have you
Yeah.
have you tried that thing with your wife? Like, best way to get rid of a headache is, baby, right?
well, the thing is, she just got back in town from San Antonio maybe an hour and a half ago. So yeah, that's
Oh man, she was in my neck of the woods and never said nothing, huh? Man,
she was.
man.
You know what? So her son, little Michael, went and proposed to his girlfriend, and she said yes. And that's the whole reason
alright.
why she was there in
That's
San
awesome.
Antonio.
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations to them and her.
Yes.
Yeah. I see. I've got a.
So,
Yeah, go
Brotastic
ahead.
Voyage would like to cover that wedding,
Yeah.
and do like interviews of everybody, taking some videos, man. I mean,
Dude, that would be pimp, actually.
Yeah.
It
We'll
really
offer
would
that
be
service free of charge to you guys, man. So,
Dude.
Wow.
well, the first question is, what do you think about Daddy Devil Dog Fred?
Right.
All right, tell me, does this guy like to get pegged? I mean, just be honest.
Oh, wow.
wow.
Damn.
Yeah, come on now.
Oh, sorry. That came up wrong. That was bad. I felt for you, Devil Dog Fred. Devil Dog Fred, call me Fredo. Jake the Snake, I am shy tonight. Well, can I go?
You changed my name. What the fuck, dude? God,
Dude, I'm liking the
That wasn't me.
producer. I'm liking the driver's seat, dude. I feel great, dude. It's like I can.
too much power. Too much
Yeah,
power.
I got too much power over here.
So, what's up? Boss, what are you sipping on tonight, brother?
Yes, sir. I was gonna say thank you for getting back to it. So, I am in a nice little Yeti for my son. He works at an apartment complex called the Park at Stone Oak.
Okay.
So he hooked me up with this. So that was cool. And I'm drinking, dude. I almost went rum and coke with you, but I'm actually doing Crown and Coke.
That's all right, man. Hey,
So,
not
yeah.
everybody's
Crown
cool
and Pepsi.
like me. So,
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't go that. What are you
yeah.
drinking?
You know me, dude. Rum and Coke, man. The rum and Diet Coke. I am drinking light tonight, and I got a PT test tomorrow. So,
Oh,
and I went 10 sheets of the win last night with my friend Bogsy and another friend.
yes, you
So,
did. Yes.
I was recovering this morning, so I'm trying to drink lots of water today, so I'm hydrated for tomorrow.
Well,
So,
what time is PT? 0600?
no, we're not starting until like 9:30, I think. So,
Oh, no.
yeah.
But I don't blame him.
So, yeah.
So what's Devil Dog Fredo over here?
You know what, guys? Because I was just got done talking about that headache and everything. I'm sorry, I'm letting you guys down, but I'm drinking life water tonight. Sorry,
Never,
man.
never let us down, brother. We
No.
understand. It is not mandatory, people, for y'all to drink
Yeah.
on this show. It's just what we do. You know, I've been times when I didn't drink, times when Bobby didn't drink.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Very true. And that's just the way it goes, guys. So sometimes, well, you know what? I know that we got some really good, exciting things to talk about. But what I want to ask y'all, since it has been 2 weeks since we did our last podcast, which was phenomenal, by the way. Free, if you're out there, that was great. Thank you for doing the podcast with us. We enjoyed that, right?
yeah, we did.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Well-
Absolutely.
Well, I'm wearing my Guardians of the Children shirt. You guys can see that, right?
Yep.
So Dallas called me out on it, and I will say this: we went to the rally for San Antonio chapter last weekend. First time in 4 years, I pulled my motorcycle cut out of the closet. Had to like push the dust off, and actually like it felt like there was starch on it. It was so stiff. It was like you can barely move. Yeah, had to go and get my retired patch, my retired flash sewn on because I'm retired, right? And I actually showed up. And man, me and Cupcake went with Aiden, and we had such a phenomenal experience with everybody. It really blew me away, guys, because you know what? I had so many people who were like, man, we've always heard about all these things about you. We're so excited to see you. You know, it's got people that I didn't know, and then people, of course, that we did know. We were still talking shit like it was yesterday. So it was a good time, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna be showing up around a little bit more. I had that calling,
good.
you know.
New leadership, brother. Management can make a big difference, right? So
Yes, Shark Bait. I'll throw his name out there because yeah, I just got to meet him. Phenomenal guy, very very cool. He's very low key, but I think that's perfect for what they need right now. Definitely not a not speaking about myself or the previous president, but I think definitely not the kind of guy that's like charismatic, like all in your face. He just real low key, reserved, but such a good guy. Talk to him, so I think he's got the mission down pretty well. So
heck yeah, brother. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah. So anyway, that's what I did. What did you guys do? Anything crazy?
Jake,
Yeah, not a whole lot, man. Just been working and cruising for a bruising, man. That's about it.
Cruising
I ain't
for
got
a
nothing. I ain't got nothing exciting going on. Just I'm just waiting for the new Call of Duty to drop now. That's what I'm waiting for.
You heard it here, folks. That's what he's waiting on. Yeah, there we go. All right. I mean, I'm sort of excited too. I need to play it more with you. And Dallas, besides you being uncomfortable and not getting sleep, you know.
I mean, so Marty and I, my wife and I, we took off Monday morning about 8 o'clock, I believe it was, 9 o'clock, something like that, from the Beaumont house, and we went straight to Pensacola, Florida, and we spent our anniversary little trip there. And then, like I said, Wednesday, I continued from Pensacola into Georgia to go see my family.
No kidding.
Very, very quick, short, brief visit, obviously.
Very cool. Yeah.
How's everybody holding up down there, man?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
It blew through pretty quickly, but I know like there's no
It
power. Or
did,
there was.
but-
There's no cell phone service, so that's kind of that's a
Yeah.
central thing
So
in life.
it hit about 7 p.m. Georgia time, and I think it finally quit going through there maybe 3, 4 a.m., something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. One of my cousins, he posted, I think it was about 2:40 a.m., which would be our time, which would be 3:40 a.m. their time, and saying that it just basically like a bomb went off out there, and it just trees downed. But luckily, very luckily, thank God, um, nobody's houses were harmed in
That's good, dude.
the
Yeah,
pathway
good.
of that.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Well, that's
No,
good.
that could always
Yeah.
could be worse, right?
What was the name of the
Yeah.
hurricane again? What was the?
Helen,
Helene. Oh,
Helene,
Helen.
Oh,
Helen,
see,
whatever
she
it
said
is.
Helen.
Oh,
You
yeah.
said Aline. All right.
It's
Well,
one or the other.
well, if anybody of our listeners are in that area, hey, we hope that you weren't devastated with some flooding stuff. We've seen a lot of flooding that I know a couple buddies have shown up yet. So, anyway,
Yeah.
hey, by the way, somebody's dogs needs their nails need to be clipped, dude. I'm hearing dogs
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah,
Oh,
I
you
heard
doing
Dogs.
that?
I heard
Dogs, they need to go in the bedroom.
Oh,
I got it. My bad. I got
was
it.
down. I was like, our Marty's on her high heels running around all over the place.
6-inch stilettos, bro.
Right,
She's
dude.
like,
I know.
how can I serve you more,
'Kay.
sir?
Right? I was like, man, this girl is something special. I love this girl.
Oh, she's definitely special.
Oh, we knew that. No, that's good. All right, so guys, as customary, we always do what happened in today's day of history, right? So there's some pretty crazy things. So I'm gonna use this one because man, this would have been perfect for free. But on this day in 1988. Discovery was launched from Cape Canaveral, Florida, marking the resumption of NASA's space shuttle program after it was suspended from the Challenger incident. So crazy, right? Today in
Very
1988. So, yeah. Anyway, I just thought that was cool. American history.
That is cool, man. I talk about one of the probably one of the coolest and most honoring things you could do, not in this country, but as a person of this earth, is to be an astronaut, man. I mean, either that or someone that's going to the deep sea, because those are one of the very few places that not very many people get to go to. So, I mean, yeah, that was always one of my things as a kid. Is what do you want to be when you grow? I said an NFL player or an astronaut.
Yeah.
Well, I became neither, but I mean both are very cool. But I honestly just want to try floating weightless. I think that'd be pretty cool, man.
Well, oh yeah. Well, you can do that. They have it's called the vomit comet. Have you ever heard of that? You can actually.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, by the way, I just gotta say something. I'm a dork. Did you guys notice this? So on the Riverside chat, it's picking up what's being sent live through YouTube. So
Yes.
anybody- yeah.
Really?
Okay. Did you see that, Dallas? I thought that was cool.
Yes, I can
Yeah.
I can flip back and forth from the studio to the live chat. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I thought that was
That's
cool.
pretty fancy, man.
Because here I was trying to follow it on my phone. Like, all right, which one of us is gonna do it? And of course, I know Fredo's all
Yeah.
over it. So good job, Fredo.
Of course, Fred's all over
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Better be. That's what we pay you for, right?
Exactly. I've been flipping back and forth. I don't know what pay you're talking
Right.
about, but okay.
It's in cryptocurrency. It's called Brotastic
Yeah,
Voyage coin.
it's called Dogecoin.
Yeah. Dork coin is what it's called. Dork coin.
Dork. Hey, so Steve-O, my man, you brought up something on text, and we don't
Yeah,
have a guest
so-
tonight. What's
Yeah,
up?
we don't have a guest. We wanted to keep it classy this week and not nasty, or maybe a little nasty. And so, here at BTV Protestant Voyage, we like to keep topics relevant, for our fans, and hopefully just have something that people want to hear about. And so tonight's topic, I know we've already discussed it, but for everybody, we're talking about iconic people that have impacted our lives, or people's lives in general, or just people that we just love for whatever reason. So I told the crew everybody has to pick two, and we're just gonna kind of discuss them and just see what people came up with. And of course, everything that we talk about, guys, please, if y'all have a topic y'all want to hear from us, please drop a like, drop a comment, whatever it may be. We have a YouTube now. We have a Facebook. We might go on live on there, but we still monitor our Facebook.
Right.
So so definitely give us a like, and then we'd love to hear y'all's comments and see what y'all like. So yeah, I thought this would be kind of cool. There's just so many iconic people out there, and I know it's kind of hard to pick two, but for the sake of an hour-ish time frame, that's what we went with. So I'm going to start with Devil Dog Fred because he's not supposed to be talking anyway. So we're just going to go ahead and get him out of the way. I'm just kidding. So Devil Dog Fred, I already know who one of your people. I'm not going to pick which one we start with first, but one of them I was very interested in because I did a little research myself. But Devil Dog Fred. So who's we'll do a one person at a time type of thing. So
Well,
who's your first person?
I'm gonna say the more notable one for the last one, but I'm gonna go with the Clint Eastwood on this first one.
Ooh.
Wow, there you go.
And the reason why I chose him, let me tell you this. I did not know this. Okay, so in 2014, Clint Eastwood noticed another guest. I don't know if he was perhaps maybe at a benefit or something, but he noticed another guest choking on a piece of cheese. The actor acted quickly and performed the Heimlich maneuver, saving the man's life.
Wow.
Wow.
Now, it gets better. In 2000, he saved the lives of two hikers who had been lost in the forest, one of whom was sick with dehydration. The next year, he helped locate a 13-year-old Boy Scout who was lost in Yellowstone National Park. Now, how cool is that?
Wow. To be found by Clint Eastwood?
Yes, dude. How cool, man.
Dude, he's like,
Yeah.
whoa, make my day, punk. Like, what? Dude.
Make me a hero,
Right,
punk.
right? No, yeah, yeah, dude. Promote this shit on. Yeah, they didn't do that back in the day. Okay, so let me understand. So I misunderstood. So Clint Eastwood, he was one of the most influential people in your life.
Well, okay, so I would say he's one of my more iconic
Yeah.
actors in my life. Okay, so like
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
watched pretty much all his movies, including Outlaw Josie Wells, bro. Come on, man. And then all the way up to the Gran Torino. I mean, he's pretty iconic.
Yep. No,
Yeah.
no. Did you know that he actually has an allergy to horses?
Really?
Did
Yep.
not know that.
He's
Wow.
allergic to horses. He rarely ever appears in close-ups on horseback in his westerns. To ride horses in films, he would have to sniff medication into his nose and lungs before he got on the horse.
Wow.
Wow.
I
Isn't that
did not
wild?
know that.
I
Yeah,
did not know that.
dude, I'm
Huh.
all about this. I'm like the Fredo and the Bogsy. Look at this, dude. I got you. No,
So
I thought that was pretty cool.
That's
I mean,
pretty
that's wild. And like
Yeah.
half his movies are on horses. So I think,
Yeah.
He was
I
sniffing
would
a lot
say
of shit.
75% of his movies are on horses.
yeah.
He was sniffing a lot of shit. That's what we have. to
Okay,
find out.
so to keep the conversation light and fun, so everybody, I want to hear. So Vogsy, what is your favorite Clint Eastwood movie?
Ooh, you know what? Gosh dang. Now you're gonna put me on the spot. So I'll say this. Obviously, Gran Torino was also one of my favorites, right? Um, I mean, really, Back to the Future 3 is my favorite.
Okay.
No, no, I'm thinking-
I was about to say, wait. I was like, I don't remember him being in there, but
He was never in there, dude. But it was
Yeah.
Marty McFly was like, my name's Eastwood,
Oh.
Clint. Remember?
Oh,
Come on,
yes.
God. So I don't know, but I would say that one, and I think obviously Dirty Harry. Dude, you got to go Dirty Harry. For me, probably my favorite. I just got to say it. So
yeah.
yeah. What about you guys?
So I think for me, is growing up on my mom's side of the family, my grandpa was really into westerns. He was that guy that had the TV way too loud, was sleeping in his recliner most of the time. But as soon as you try to change channel, hey, I'm watching that. And it's like, you were definitely just sleeping, but okay. But one of the ones that he really loved, and that's why I think and that's why when you pick Clint Eastwood, I was like, oh man, that's awesome. I have a fond memory because we would watch a lot of westerns with my grandfather, and one of his favorites, and now one of my favorites, is The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. I mean, just a
Yeah.
classic, man. Now that I know, he's rest in peace, Grandpa. But I don't know if he knew that he was allergic to horses. But just an iconic western that was constantly on loop. He had that westerns channel back in the day. And so that was Clint Eastwood was always on there. So
Heck
Dude.
yeah.
probably be mine outside of the older stuff. And then I think the newer stuff, I don't know. That's a hard one. Probably Gran Torino, I think, would probably be the next one. I think that's the one I remember most recently. That was really good. But I don't think I can name a bad Clint Eastwood movie. So, I mean, oh, you know what was really good? I watched recently.
Unforgiven.
The Mule was really good.
Oh, the mule. Yes,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was a good
yeah,
one.
I just thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Left Turn Clyde?
Nope. See, I don't know that one.
Oh, I can't remember what movie that one was.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I forgot
Probably
he was in
Space
Space
Cowboys or something.
Space Cowboys.
Yeah,
That was one of
yeah.
my favorites. I ain't gonna lie. I'm
Yeah,
a space
Cowboys
guy.
is good. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this is crazy. Rotten Tomatoes. Get this. He ranked. What do you think is the number one top Clint Eastwood movie by Rotten Tomatoes? What do you think
Ooh.
it is?
I don't know all his movies.
We already mentioned it.
Oh, so Gran Torino?
Nope.
No.
Oh, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly?
There you go. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Really? Man,
Yep.
and that was from 1960
67.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like, wow, that's amazing.
Crazy. I just thought that was
pretty
wild.
wild.
So, yeah, my wife wants to go see Everywhere But Loose.
Yes, that's
yeah.
the movie. That's the movie that the Right Turn Clyde is from.
That's right. So is that the monkey that flips people off and shit?
Yes, the orangutan.
What?
The
Yes.
orangutan. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I
Oh yeah.
know.
See, Norma's look, Cupcake's already saying that. Look, Every Way Which Lose, great funny movie. There you go. Cool. Well, thank you for playing with us tonight, Cupcake. wait a second.
That's right, yeah.
Am I sharing
Yeah.
Cupcake with you two? That's a little weird. Anyway, so Steve, what's one of your guys then?
So, I'm gonna switch it up because
Oh,
he
you
Clint
bitch
Eastwood
ass.
first. No, I'm gonna keep my people, but so
Oh.
I'm gonna go with. So for me, iconic and a role model of mine growing up in San Antonio, I got Tim Duncan, man. First off, one of the greatest power forwards, if not the greatest, to ever play the game.
Yep. Amen.
Five-time NBA champion. An immigrant of sorts, right? Well, no, because
Yeah.
he came from the U.S.
He
Virgin
came from
Islands.
you Virgin Islands, St. Croix.
Yeah. But just growing up, Timmy, I mean, coming in '99, going to the championship, winning it. Him and David Robinson. I mean, he was everything I always wanted to be. He was just always so humble, and I liked it because, Bonzo, you should be able to answer this. What is his nickname?
Oh, the big fundamental.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
he was not one of these flashy players. He wasn't one of these big, dunks from behind the back and all this stuff. He was called a big fundamental, and that's because that's what he was. He was simple, yet very effective playing style. I mean, to say that he didn't revolutionize that position or the game is just would be outlandish. And I believe he won the Rookie of the Year that year in '99 as well, didn't he?
Yes,
I
in
don't have all
99.
the facts.
No.
And,
He wasn't rookie of the year in '99. He wasn't rookie.
No, he was not. Okay.
No.
But he was drafted number one all the way. That's right, because he was drafted number one in 1997.
Yes.
So yeah, '99 is when they won the first championship. So that's right.
Dude.
We spent 19 years in the league, but yeah, I like it because he wasn't flashy. He's just a really down to earth person, and on top of that, go ahead. Well, I got some charitable stuff I want to talk about. So what do you think, Bonzi?
No. First of all, I love Tim Duncan. I've got to meet him personally a couple times, and I just everybody loves the guy, right? Such a good guy. Now he's very quiet.
Yes, he is.
I actually got to meet his wife a couple times as well with their kids at some events for Guardians of Children, which is wild.
His new wife or ex-wife?
Well, no, the new wife, not the ex-wife. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
okay.
We're not
Okay.
gonna talk about her, but yeah, no, just dude. All in all, just a straight up badass competitor. Such a great guy. Never, pounded his chest. It wasn't ever about him. It was about winning and teamwork. So, yeah, dude, well done. Well, I mean, dude, hell, kudos on that pick. So,
Yeah.
did you guys know that he had a fear of
So-
sharks? Though that's what I'm finding out right here.
Really?
Yes.
And he's from the Virgin Islands, like.
Yep. Well, dude, because after Hurricane Hugo destroyed the only Olympic-sized swimming pool on the island in 1999, he had to swim in the ocean, which ruined his enthusiasm for the sport because he had a deathly fear of sharks.
Wow. I
So,
did not know that.
yep, I thought that was pretty wild. So again, I knew you guys had mentioned things, so I already got a little bit of primed up action
Yeah.
for you. So yeah,
So
cool
one
stuff.
thing I like about Duncan, or so well, I let Fred talk. So Fred, I mean, what do you think about Duncan? Any thoughts? Any you want to share on him?
Dude, he was a badass. He was a badass dude for sure. He was the 1998 Rookie of the Year
Yes, there you go.
and was
Yes.
named MVP twice, NBA MVP twice, 2002 and 2003, and
Yep.
NBA Finals MVP three times, 1999, 2003, and 2005.
Yep.
Yep,
A
he
five-time
was a
winner.
yep,
Yep.
and 15-time All-Star appearance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which
He was
is
just a badass dude. He really
Yeah, I
was.
mean, San Antonio is very blessed. Obviously, the Twin Towers, David Robinson was the staple that set San Antonio apart. But then him and Timmy were unstoppable, right? So,
Yeah.
oh,
I mean, the big three when when you think about Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker, I mean that was the standard after Robinson left for basketball for so long that you take really simple people that are just really good at what they do and they perfect the game. I mean, their style of play was just they were never boastful, they were never too prideful. I mean, Duncan was always just like you said, he was a calm player, but he was just good at what he did. You got to imagine how hard that is to be someone in his position, to be one of the greatest to ever play it, and yet he was still very, you know,
humble.
humble,
Yeah.
had a humble demeanor, unselfish play,
Yep.
and he was always a team first type of guy. I mean, he was always, especially, I mean, after a few years, once David Robinson left, he was that lead man. So, I mean, I just think it's awesome. So yeah, Tim Duncan's one of mine. So he definitely had an impact. He's donated, back when that hurricane came through in 2009 through the U.S. Virgin Islands. He donated, he matched $1 million donation for the U.S. Virgin Islands. He has donated over $2.5 million to local charities in and around San Antonio and the Virgin Islands, including a recent $500,000 donation to launch Yes, Our Kids Can, a children's education initiative in the U.S. Virgin Islands. So just a philanthropist, I don't know if that's the right word. Yeah.
We'll go with it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Just an all-around solid guy, one of the greatest. So definitely the GOAT when it comes to power forward. So
Well, good. Well, good. Yeah, you picked a great one, man. I missed the assignment. Okay, that's why I said get ready because I'm gonna make fun of y'all's asses because I thought it was just two iconic people, but I guess iconic means like they have to be well known, right?
no, it does not, and that's why I said. I said that's and I
No.
said that's what you. I said read the text. Go back and read our text. I said
No,
I
no,
know
no.
who you picked, and I said, hey, if someone an iconic person that impacted your lives or someone that you looked up to, and that's what. So you picked people you looked up to. They don't have to be famous, man. I was, yeah, but whatever.
Well, I guess that's what I want to know. Let me bring it back. Why? Because yeah, I mean, going into that aspect, because I'm going to tell you right now, I was ready to switch it all up on y'all. Because I was like, number one, anybody and everybody that knew me would know my favorite guy that revolutionized everything for me was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, I'm not a bodybuilder, so people will be like, well, that's fucking stupid. But I just loved his movies and I could not get enough of them. So I just, so again, anyway, I mean, and that's sort of what you guys are going along. Like, hey, he's a good guy, did this. Like, I want to know where did these people change your life? Is that what we're doing? Like, is that what you're trying to talk about? Like, where did your life get a change from Clint Eastwood or Tim Duncan, right? Like you personally. That's what I want to know
Yeah.
from you too.
Oh, so I mean, no, he is not. I mean, personally, outside of, I mean, making me fall in love with basketball and stuff like that. No, he has not impacted my life through
Okay.
and through all, and so no. So that's my apologies, I guess, as my topic. I did not give you the right information, but I just he has a positive impact on many lives. He is iconic. And
Yes.
he's just an all-around good dude, He's the big fundamental. So if you get a problem with it, you need to take it up with him. All right? So
Man, look at it. You try to get defensive. I'm
may
just
or may
saying.
not be sponsoring me for this. So I
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
what it is.
I think he gave me a cool $20 to
Timmy D
mention
is
him.
sponsoring Brotastic Boys. That's gonna go down real well, dude. You know, one of
Um,
my agents in my office got sued by him, right?
Really, I did not know that.
It,
Okay.
dude, our office got, and this at the time, his wife was on my team. Don't even ask me. It's a crazy story. She was on my real estate team, even though he was a realtor, and he's a badass dude. He's a hell of a badass. She just said, "No, we can't work together. I'm gonna work on your team," and I was like, "Okay." And then the day that it happened, I'll never forget. Her and him. I'm not gonna mention his name right now, but if you look him up, you can probably. It was all over ESPN. It was like Tim Duncan sues a local real estate agent with Keller Williams. Like ESPN had it on there with Sports Center. It was wild, dude. And do you guys remember that there was these celebrities holding these whiteboards up for a moment, and it would say something on these whiteboards, right? Okay, Dallas is saying
No,
yes.
yeah.
He's shaking his head. Listener, he's shaking his head. So he says yes. So yeah, he Devil Dog. You can speak on these if you want.
Yes, yes, I remember those with the whiteboards.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what he did, my buddy did, is he took the whiteboard and he wrote, I think, and he put his name, blank, 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 is the best realtor in San Antonio by far. And he did it over Tim Duncan, right? So he
Yeah.
did that and he shared it on Facebook. Well, here's what gets interesting because I never heard the whole backstory until long after everything's happened. Because he was like, "Oh man, Tim's suing me," and I was like, "What the hell?" So I was like, "This is crazy." He goes, "Yeah, man, his attorney's a piece of shit." Blah blah blah. Well,
I mean, let's be
well,
honest. I mean, any attorney that's going after you is gonna be a piece of shit, right?
hey, I don't know. Like I said, okay, right, and hey, I love that he's one of the he's actually a badass brother of mine. I really love him a lot, but I just took him at his word. So I'm thinking, damn, Tim and his attorney are pieces of shit. Well, man, well, why you got to pick on the little guys? You know, he doesn't have your kind of money and blah blah blah. Well, the story came back later was that the attorney, real nice Southern guy, just got this nice drawl accent and says, "My name is so and so. I'm Tim Duncan's attorney, and we noticed you were putting some things on Facebook, and we're going to ask that you remove that." And instead of saying, "Oh yeah, I'm so sorry about that," he was like, "Go fuck yourself." Yeah, So he
Yeah, 'cause
he
that's the
egged
way
him
to
on,
do that.
thinking somebody was pranking him, and so
He's sticking it to the man.
yeah, he was like, yeah, y'all can go fuck yourself. And so he pretty much like telling him like, go pound sand. So the attorney was like, okay, you want to play it that way, and then how it happened. So it was a pretty big deal because he had to leave the brokerage, pay some fines. I mean, it was pretty wild. Anyway, so.
So I'm not gonna blow the guy up, but I had to go Google it, so I know who you're talking about now.
Oh, you do? Yeah, you already pulled him up.
$7.5 million worth, dude.
Dude. Whoa. That was not the fine. No.
No, the allegations were
Oh,
$7.5
yes.
million. Yes, no, not the fines. Yeah, the allegations. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Yes.
So Bogsy, so that's R2. So yes, you didn't. Well, I did not portray the assignment, but I know that you still got some good ones, brother. So let's talk about. So who was one of your picks for tonight's episode?
Yep. Okay. So my pick for tonight, because the way I was seeing it was like, okay, an iconic role model or figure in your life that redirected the sales, put wind in your sails, and took you a whole other direction and somewhere you never would have been. And so the
So let me
first
ask you
one,
this: so you said redirect yourselves. What if you could just have someone that gave you the wind to push yourselves further in the same direction you were already headed? You know, they don't have to read it. Just
all
give
these
you know.
deep thoughted questions.
Let's get deep, bro.
Gosh, bro, what the?
Okay. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. It's like, I mean, you're trying to derail me already on my guy here. No, because you said iconic. Nobody really knew him. I mean, he was well known here in San Antonio for around certain sections, but he's the reason I'm in San Antonio, and it was my Uncle Roger. My Uncle Roger and Aunt Debbie were instrumental in my life because they gave me some opportunities and showed me love to move down here when I was scared and I was like 19 years old with $300 in my name. And I moved from Indiana and I was like, you know what? I want a better life than working on a foundry and clocking in, clocking out. And I want more for myself. Texas seems like so much of a great opportunity. It just was fun. I saw my cousins having a good time. People were making money down here, and he was running a pretty large business. And from all my understanding is he joined the Air Force, so he did serve, and then
Awesome.
and then yeah, he pretty much didn't have any college behind him and just started companies, and that's what he did. And so he
Self-made, brother.
self-made, and that's what got me really interested to say, man, I got to know more about this guy because I want to do that. And he was a hard son of a bitch to crack. I mean, for the longest time, he was like, because we're not blood related. He's my uncle through marriage, and so he, for a while, he really sort of strung me along, and so it was. I was always trying to gain his attention and respect, and he made me earn it. And there was many times where I was like, man, this guy is a tough ass son of a bitch. But I started feeling like I was getting back in the inner circle, and then he opened things up, and he just showed me how to really hustle, be a business owner, do what you say, sometimes more, but never less, and just go out there and get it. If you want it, go get it. No excuses. Don't sit around crying like, oh, well, I couldn't do it because of this and this and this. He goes, it's all up to you. And I would see that guy sit down in front of business deals, and he was selling ATMs, prepaid legal. I mean, shit that he could just sell anything. And he would just sit down and just tell people this, and they would be like, oh, I'm in. And I was like, dude. And he goes, how much? I was like, how much did you make? And he was like, oh, yeah.
He was an entrepreneur.
He was an entrepreneur left and right. He could do it.
Okay.
So yeah, that was somebody iconic to me that gave me the inspiration to do what I'm doing now, is building businesses, helping people out, trying to employ as many people as I can, growing my business just like he did, right? So, and
Right.
hell, if it and Norma's all mad. She's like, "Oh, well, I'm not iconic to you," and I go,
I've been like, baby, you're iconic for 2 reasons.
Three reasons. Don't forget the other one. No, I mean, but I was like, look, what's crazy about it is, had it not been for my Uncle Roger, I would have never met Norma in the first place.
That is true.
And so,
true.
of course, Brian, his son, which is my brother, my cousin, we hung out. He would say, oh, well, I'm the one that hired her. And he's true. But it was my uncle's business, right? So
Yeah.
that's my take on it.
So, how much of your business tactics and like drive do you feel like you pull from him in his way?
Ooh, good question.
Great
Of
question.
thinking.
Great question.
Man, you know what? I would say, I mean, if we're gonna talk in percentages, I would say probably.
Well, no, I mean you can say a lot, a little bit. You want to do percentages? Go ahead. I just, I thought a thoughtful question. I was just trying to provoking, thought
I
provoking
think
question. So,
what it is I would
how
say
much of it mirrors?
I would say almost 80%, and here's why I say 80% is that he was phenomenal about getting things started. And I would
Yeah.
see this man own rental properties. Then he was owned seller finance properties, and then he was doing ATMs. And like I said, all these ventures, and then he owned a big credit counseling company, and he did so much. And then we started a company called Atrepicor, which I was part of, and that was awesome. Where he bought dialers, right? Everything he touched seemed to make him money. And I would say that at the end of the day, oh, Lawrence is here. What up, Lawrence?
what else?
Anyway, I would say that was pretty inspirational. So I felt like I have my hands in different things that have made me money along the ways, and that was something he taught me. So I
Yeah.
think that's worked out well. Because again, if everybody's like, "Oh, you're a realtor," and you must get all your toys and everything from real estate. I mean, a lot of the money came from there and started there, but I was always putting money aside, doing other things with it to build investments. I mean, dude, if I start looking, I'm diversified as all get out. I've got a bunch of investments here, small couple companies over here that I have money into. There's just things that he showed me how to do that I was really, really impressed with. So that's my number one. Now we've gone there.
So let me ask you one more question about him. So obviously, well, first off, is Uncle Roger still with us?
Oh yeah. Yes, he's
good,
fighting.
good.
He's fighting. Michael J. Fox has the same disease, Parkinson's. He's fighting Parkinson's.
Parkinson's. Oh man, I hate to hear that.
It's been
That's
rough.
tough.
It's been rough
That's
because it's
tough,
hard to hear
man.
him at times, and I have to be like, he'll say something like, "I'm sorry, what?" And I have to, but I love the guy to death, and he's like my second father. So there you go.
So let me ask you this. So one thing that I like to teach my kids, and I like to I feel like it's part of my code and my genetics, is that you not only can you learn from people's successes, but you learn from his failures. So I think I kind of have an idea about. So what are some things that you learn from him, maybe from his failures? If you don't mind sharing that, I don't. I'm not trying to get you to dog the guy, but I feel like some of the best lessons learned are the hard lessons. That's what I tell my kids. Learn from my failures. So
I'd
are there
say
anything that
what-
that you learned from him that you're like, okay, that he either told you and you listened, or maybe you just learned from watching secondhand?
I'll tell you what. So it's funny when you say failures, because I can't say there's a failure in mind that he had a few of them but I have learned a little bit. But then again, we had some bad raps. I mean, we had the IRS knocking down our door, not about like, oh, you weren't paying taxes, whatever. It was about the fact that we were a nonprofit, and then we had a for-profit that was getting paid by the nonprofit to do business. And so somehow that was like, oh, that's private endearment, blah blah blah. But it was all legal. But what we really ended up getting in trouble on was that he had too many family members on the board of a nonprofit at the time, and so the IRS was like, "Oh,
okay.
well, you didn't, you violated the agreement." And we're like, "Wait, we knew about it in 2003, so we implemented 2004." And they're like, "Sorry, we're auditing you in 2002, so we don't give a shit." So that's my my first experience with the IRS was they don't give a fuck as long as they're getting people out and keeping the taxes coming in. They were
Yeah.
okay with it. So I hope this doesn't bring me more shit with the IRS, but but
Yeah.
I learned that real quick. So that was probably one failure that I learned real quick. Like, okay, maybe don't. But then again, I wouldn't say that. I don't know. There is one failure that I did learn from another guy that I know we haven't mentioned, but I will say this: he had been messing around with women on the side while I was married, and I saw him, and he's very wealthy, multi-millionaire, very good friend of mine, very big role model in my life too. And I'll never forget the day that he got divorce papers. We're in Coshada, in Louisiana, on a big guys trip because one of my buddies was getting married, and he was sitting on the phone, broken down, staring into deep space like his whole world was crashing. He had several kids, right?
Yeah.
And all he said to me was, he goes, "Josh, man," he goes, "don't ever, ever, ever cheat on your wife. It's not worth it for that 15 minutes of fun," right? And I shit you not that I was ever thinking about doing something like that.
Yeah,
But
okay,
when you get into
your
real
husband's very
estate,
loyal.
yeah. But yeah, she knows. We've talked about it. But when you get in real estate and you start making money, and then your name's out there because you have to be a public figure, you have to put your name out there, dude. You start getting a lot of opportunities, and there was a couple times that, yeah, had I not thought about it, I mean, you know how guys are, right? Would just jump and go, dude. I wouldn't probably thought that hard about it. But seeing how broken this man was, and he was already very wealthy at the time, and he was like, "I could give a fuck about the money. I'm losing my family. It's not worth it." And I was like, "Oh wow, that was a big lesson." So you said failures. That was the biggest failure that
Yeah,
taught me a
hey,
lot.
I mean that's good. That's it. And I like how you pose it, not necessarily failures, but I
Yeah.
said failures, but I guess I meant it was like hard lessons. Maybe he didn't fail, but it took the long route to get to his goal or something like that.
Correct.
That's what So, all right, well, badass. Well, Uncle Roger, thank you for bringing Bogsy. I mean, that's why we met because you were down in San
That's
Antonio.
right.
So, I mean, and that's why you know Dallas because you were San Antonio, and then you joined
That's right.
GOC, and then after Dallas
Right.
heard about GOC. So, I mean. Honestly, Brotastic Voyage, thanks Uncle Roger, because without him, Brotastic Voyage probably
Damn,
wouldn't be
don't.
a
Hey,
thing,
let's not
so.
blow his head up too much because he would take that to heart. Yeah,
A portion of our proceeds will go to him tonight. So as we're moving
Which
forward,
is
'cause
zero.
we're getting close to lower on time here. So Dallas, who is your second person, and what can you tell us about him?
yeah.
My second person. Well, first, Bogsy referred to Studio Chat.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yep.
And my second person is, I forgive me if I might be pronouncing his name correctly or incorrectly. Sorry, he is Swedish, but Nils Bolin.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
I don't know
he
anything about this guy. So what's
he
up? What we
worked
got?
for Volvo. He was Saab and Volvo. And
Sab.
this
Did you just say
dude,
Sab? Oh my
Yeah,
I
yeah.
god.
did say
Sob. He said
Saab,
sob.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sab.
Um,
It's all good.
so he invented the 3-point seatbelt that we now have today in all our vehicles. How you like
No shit.
that?
Dude, really?
Okay.
Yes.
All
So the
right.
3-point seatbelt changed the world by preventing injuries during a car crash.
Yeah, because otherwise they just cut you in half back in the day,
Yep,
or
that's
break your
correct.
neck or something. So what's this guy? What's this guy's name again?
Niels.
Bolin,
Bolin. Okay.
Bohlin.
Come out. And you, this is an iconic dude to you. You
No,
can't even
no,
name
no.
him.
Okay, so what I did was I looked up iconic people that have changed the lives of others, and this one
Ah.
came up. And then I did another search, was iconic people that have saved lives, and Clint Eastwood came up, and I was like, holy cow, how cool that is! Pimp for Eastwood to pop up in there. So
So
Ah.
that's
let
what I
me.
did.
I want to get back to the seatbelt guy, but let me just say here at Brotastic Voyage, that's how you know we're authentic because all three of us got different parts of the assignment.
Right? I
Okay, so
know.
this guy, Fred here, is he got people that literally save lives in iconic ways. I did iconic people that I think are essentially famous that I like and have some type of role model
Yeah.
in my life, and then Bogsy really picked iconic people that he knows personally. So that's how you know here at BTV we are authentic. It's
Damn.
you get nothing but the best and true self. So
Amen to
all right, so
that.
this guy. So I mean, can you tell me more about this? What's his last name? I want to look this guy up while we're talking. So Bolin.
Yeah.
Bohlin. Here, I will type
Okay.
this into Studio or
Bolin,
the.
and what's his last name?
I know his first name is Nils. Here, let me type it into the chat here so everybody can
N.
take a look.
All
You might
right,
as well put it on the
so
YouTube
Niels.
chat. Or, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Put in the YouTube.
Niles
that's
Bolin, a Swedish mechanical engineer and Volvo employee. Oh, Volvo. You would go for Volvo. Gosh dang it.
hey, I couldn't pick the car company. Okay,
Oh,
I don't
man.
do.
You know what, Volvo? That's Swedish. They those are some good cars, man. I want another brand that will last you a lifetime.
Yeah,
That's
but
Yeah.
correct.
he stopped short of the 5-point harness. What a bitch ass, dude.
Okay. You know, like let's be real here.
Dear
He
God.
said you don't need it.
Right? He's
Yeah.
like, nah, it's good. Just three is good
That's a
enough.
bit excessive. That's
He's
a
like,
bit excessive.
yeah.
Um,
Damn it. Right.
okay, so Volvo. So he was working for Volvo. He has a background in engineering, aerospace engineering. Oh, okay. So he was an aerospace engineer. He worked for Saab, which was very big in making plane engines back during the wars,
Wow.
World Wars II and stuff. I didn't know. I knew Saab was that. And then he also was instrumental in designing ejection sheet for jet pilots. Wow, I did not know that. So,
Yes.
well, obviously now. He was recorded by Volvo in 1958. And yeah, like you said, he created the first 3-point harness. So I wonder, honestly, I made the joke. I wonder how bad the seat belts were before then. I can only imagine those lap ones that just go across were probably not too comfortable,
No,
and
Oh,
would
yeah.
probably
Yeah,
hurt.
yeah.
Yeah.
no. And I always
I
seem
was,
to rent the cars that lock up when you're trying to just reach forward just to
yeah.
grab something.
I got a friend of mine. I'm not gonna put him on blast. That it just he swears by seatbelts are not all they crack up to be. And when I
Oh,
ride with this friend, it drives me nuts because I don't care if you. Well, I do.
dude.
That's not true. I do care if you live or die, but I don't care. You know, it's America.
You
It's
said I don't care if he lives or does.
you don't wear your seatbelt by all means. That's you, brother. But by God, if you don't put your fucking seatbelt on, so I don't have to listen to the goddamn bell beeping, me and you have some problems, and that's what drives me nuts. I'm like, buckle it in, sit on it. I don't care. I just don't want to listen to the beep beep beep. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
that's what I think about the seatbelt. But also they save lives, for what I've heard. But I have heard scenarios where seatbelts have killed people in some scenarios. So
I have
Dude, you're
heard
all
that too.
Ivan Drago and shit. Like, I don't care if he lives or he dies. That's crazy, dude. You Ivan Drago, your friend, man. That's crazy.
that's right,
So,
dude. You know what? I'm
yeah.
gonna put his ass on blast. It's Cameron, dude. This guy, dude.
Oh, you know
It
what?
drives
Put
me
his
nuts,
ass on
bro.
blast. Cause I'm pissed at his ass. Dude, I've reached out to him several times on Facebook, and he ain't responding for shit.
Well, we'll
So,
talk offline about that. Yeah,
oh, I know.
yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not. He can respond. I'm not saying that. So I don't know why he has
Yeah, I
to.
know. He's gonna respond to everybody else, and not me.
But
Hey,
yeah.
Cam,
That's
I'm coming for you, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, there
Okay.
you
So any other questions
go.
about this
Is that
bowling
change
guy?
subject? No, I think we're good, guys. I mean, dude, Lawrence is all texting me offline here because we're on a group chat. So one of our neighbors must be smoking some Steva, dude, going nuts.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
having a good time.
yeah, and here like, oh, we can smell it. I was like, hey, bring it over here, dude. I can't move. I'm on a podcast. He goes, call DoorHash.
I don't
DoorHash,
know.
not
Your
DoorDash.
wife says that you cannot handle it, so
No, I know.
let's not do that while we're live.
I can't, dude. I can't. No, no. It's not legal here, so I'm not allowed to anyway. So I don't know what to tell
That's
about.
right. That's right. That's
So,
right.
Steve, what was
So
your second guy, dude?
so my second one, this guy, he definitely has impacted my life. It's none other than Steve Carell.
Oh,
I
gosh, that's right.
am a huge fan,
Yep.
diehard fan of The Office through and through. I'm actually currently watching the series for the 35th time through and through right
Wow.
now. And I am watching, so Peacock, I bought the series a few years back. My wife bought it for me the anniversary, but Peacock took it off Netflix last year, and now it's on Peacock because NBC owns it.
Peacock.
And they have it's called superfan episodes, but essentially what it is it's all the deleted scenes. And so the episodes, the 30-minute episodes are really like 40, 45. And but I digress. So I'm watching for the first time the entire series with all the extra stuff. But Steve Carell, man, I mean, what can I say about him?
Michael
First off,
Scott.
Michael Scott, the 40-year-old virgin,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that he was a late bloomer. Most actors start off at a young age in his early 20s. This guy was literally in his late 30s, early 40s when he got onto The Office, and then the 40-year-old virgin
Oh,
premiered, and
yeah.
that blew up. And the 40-year-old virgin, fun fact, he got the 40-year-old virgin and The Office. He booked them at the same time.
Did he
And so he
really?
actually, yeah, he filmed um, parts of the 40-year-old virgin during the first season
Wow.
of The
No
Office.
kidding.
And then, yeah, so, and another fun fact, his wife, Carol, Carol Stills in the Office is actually his real wife in real life. And they were married when came onto the show as a real estate agent. So, and he tells her he loves her on the first date and proposes to her at Diwali and all that fun stuff. So,
Wow.
but for him, so me, man, I don't know if Dallas knows this as much, but I know that me and Jacob share the same love for The Office. But Steve
Oh,
Carell is
absolutely.
the makeup of that show,
Yep, he is.
and
Oh, yeah.
anytime I'm feeling down, I put The Office on. If I'm trying to eat some lunch, I put The Office on. Or I'll put a Steve Carell show on. Despicable Me. I mean, come on, he's the voice of Gru. I
Yeah,
love that
dude.
movies. He loves the movies. My kids love the movies. But you know what? In recent years, he's gotten really good. He's had some movies and shows where he has a serious role.
Oh, yeah. He's had a
He
couple
doesn't
series
always play
roles.
the funny guy, which is
Yeah.
awesome. I like the one. Oh, shoot,
Uh-oh.
trying to think. It was in recent. He did it with the guy from Morpheus. What was that movie? And they go
Oh,
around, and his son died, a Marine. They're trying to get to the bottom of it.
Oh snap!
oh, dude. You're
That
talking.
sounds like a movie I need to look up.
Oh, so good.
Oh, my gosh. Keanu Reeves.
The Patient.
trying to think.
You talking about his most recent one?
Well, he was in
No,
Big
it
Short.
wasn't
I
the.
liked it. I really liked
Yeah, The
in
Big
Big
Short
Short.
was good.
That's good. It was- oh,
I don't know. I can't remember, but who's the?
Morgan Freeman or
No, he
Lawrence
did it with
Fishburne.
Bryan Cranston and the Morpheus dude. I can't think
What's
and
Morpheus
Brian
dude? Oh,
Morpheus
that's Lawrence
from
Freeman. Lawrence Fishburne.
yeah. So
Yeah.
what's the name of that movie? So they did a movie where Bryan Cranston's son, he's a Marine. He's killed by suicide. They say, and they're
Oh,
trying to get to the bottom of it. And that was his first real serious role, and he did
Last
fucking
Flag Flying.
yes. That's
never
a
saw
good
that one.
movie, man.
Wow.
That was my first movie where I saw him,
Really?
and it was true to heart, man. It just shows you the bureaucracy with the military and just someone trying to um, just bring his son home, man, after
Huh.
death. It's
Yeah.
really heartfelt. So that's really good. But that's for me. That's Steve Carell, man. He's just a really good guy. Just iconic. I mean, he's a comedian. He did stand up for a while. He was actually pretty much almost done with his. He has a degree in law and almost was studying for the bar exam and decided to quit. So he's almost a lawyer too.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I mean, that should tell you something. So I know we're running on any thoughts, questions, comments, concerns on Steve Carell.
I mean, dude, The Office was great. Um, Bruce Almighty was phenomenal. Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy. Yes.
Uh,
Anchorman. Yes.
Anchorman.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Anchorman. Yeah, there you go. Ron, sorry,
He always
Ron.
plays that.
Dude, that was. I mean, he's hilarious, dude.
He
Uh,
plays that Lost in the Sauce character so much. Like,
Lost in the
just
Sauce.
that's what I call him, Lost in the
I like
Sauce.
it.
What's his name? Baxter.
Leave her alone.
Yeah. Um,
Oh, what, Brick
Yeah.
Tamlin was his name in the.
Brick.
yeah,
Yeah,
Brick.
Brick,
That's
yeah.
right. And he just yeah,
Yep.
and he's always yeah. I
Well,
don't know.
damn.
I can't even give a straight face. If I ever, he is my celebrity crush. If I ever get a chance to meet him, I will fucking melt and die. So
And
I'm
get
gonna
on
set
yours.
that up. I'm gonna set that up.
I would love to. So, Bonzi, your last iconic person, or whatever you want to call him in your life.
It's so funny how we all three went three different fucking ways.
Who you repping?
Well, the other one I had to say, which is going to be controversial, is my dad, but not for what you would think, right?
Okay.
I started realizing that I had to learn a lot that my dad didn't tell me. My dad really, he's not an instructor. He was more of a free spirit. I'm going to do my own shit. Of course, he got divorced from my mom early on and got to see us every other weekend. But I tell you what, he did drive 2 hours one way to pick us up, 2 hours to take us back, 2 hours to drop us back off, and then 2 hours back home. So he was driving 8 hours every other weekend just to see us. So it's funny how things, when you're going through divorce, you see two sides, right? And it's really sad because even to this day, I haven't talked to my mom since maybe July something.
Yeah.
We're not that close. She said some pretty heinous things about me to my family, and they were not happy with it. And she tried to act like she didn't, and then finally admitted it to my wife. And she called her out. And anyway, going into some deep dark secrets of Bogsy here, but I just realized that my dad was always that fun energizer. Everybody loved Uncle Mike. That's what everybody else called him. He was just a guy that everybody would have a good time. My dad is a fun guy. My kids love him every time around. Oh, Grandpa Boggs is so much fun because he is. And so he taught me how to be fun, how to just really just be the life of the party and say some stupid shit and not care because that's me.
Right.
I've done some shit. But then I know him and my uncle Roger. It's almost like almost a competition a little bit. But it's like Roger taught me a lot about building wealth, being a man, being a husband, stepping up to the plate, and my dad, he never really taught me anything. Like I had to even have to learn how to tie a tie through YouTube. My dad never showed me anything.
Wow.
And so what I'm getting at, I used to back in the day, I'd be like, oh man, dad sucks, man. My dad doesn't teach me shit. But it wasn't until, you know, it's funny how things unwrap themselves. I went to go see my grandpa in Tucson. My grandpa Boggs, my dad's dad, and he was dying. He was going through some cancer and shit. And so we're all rushing over there to drive and see him, and he's in the hospital, and there's a bunch of us all surround him in the hospital. And my dad's like, "Hey, Dad, can I do this for you?" Blah blah blah. And my grandpa, who I'd never seen before, ever get angry, was just like, "I don't need any fucking help, Mike. You're always getting in the way. Get the fuck out!" And just like berated
Yeah.
my dad. And I never in my life will forget that moment. I saw my dad like almost go back in time to when he was like 10 or something. And he was motionless. He just felt like I'm a piece of shit, like I normally was. Like, so I guess what I'm trying to get is that it's a behavior that's learned, right? Because my
Oh
dad
yeah,
would
for
tell
sure.
me, he would say, "Hey, my dad told me," which is Grandpa Boggs. He would say, "There's only two things that I have to give you. I have to give you life, and I have to give you shelter until you're 18." And I'm like,
Yeah.
that, what kind of love is that teaching you, right? And so my dad had that kind of love growing up, and so now it makes sense why, even though he did try to show us, and I believe, and my two brothers and I, we argue. One brother believes, okay, I can see it, dad really did a lot. The other one's like, no, he didn't do enough. And one of my brothers sued my dad for college tuition. It fucking hilarious, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Right. And it was only because my mom was getting in his head about, well, your dad should be doing this. But in the day, dude, my mom never ever dropped this off ever at his house. He always drove 8 hours every other weekend to see us. And so, yeah, he wasn't around for basketball games. He wasn't around for anything that we did because the court said she could move up to 2 hours away. She moved 2 hours away, right?
Yeah.
Of course, you would say, and I'm not trying to dog on my mom either. I just say there's a
No.
lot of things I've learned now growing up that when you got a vindictive, when you're hurt and you've been hurt, you're gonna hurt others, and
Right.
that was what had happened growing up. And even with my dad, just he wasn't taught to be a teacher. I've learned real quick that sometimes I'm not a good teacher with my kids. I don't know about you guys. I mean, Dallas, I know you and I've talked a little bit. Steve, you've got the girls. I feel like I always constantly have to try to do better than what my dad did to my own kids because,
Yes.
you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
We're
Yes.
cognizant of that. Isn't that
Yes.
crazy how that works?
No,
So,
I know,
Lawrence,
I,
sorry,
yeah,
Lawrence.
I, me and my dad had a conversation a few years back. My dad was very similar. He taught me a lot of things, but he also taught me a lot of things of what not to do when I had my own kids. And that was one I told him. He apologized to me after I had my first kid, and I was like, "Look, I forgive you. It is what it is." I said, "Believe it or not, you taught me a lot of good things and bad things, but the things that you did teach me, regardless, have made me the best father in the world to
Yeah.
my own kids." And I said, "You gotta take that to heart." And I said, "I know it's kind of harsh, but it is what it is." So, um, I mean, it's a good and a bad thing, right? It's a love hate that type of situation. So, through and through. So,
And
okay,
it's
so
true.
Daddy Box. So,
Well, again, I know we could deep dive on it, guys. I mean, we all grew up with some pain I think that's really where all of us go through. I think the whole society right now is dealing with that, right? And I never believed my dad to be a bad guy, and now I see there's a lot of flaws that he has. He's very, to this day, we will never get through to any kind of conversation of any magnitude that really means a shit. We really won't.
right.
It's all surface level convo, like what's the weather like, how's your pickleball game, and that's about it. And hell, I took on this entire thing to throw on his 75th birthday party, put it all on my back, and I showed up, and he was just like, "Oh, was everybody else?" You know, because of course he didn't know everybody's coming, and he was bummed as hell that we showed up, and of course he couldn't show any appreciation. He was like, it was okay, but it could have been better. No matter what I did, he was always dogging me. But I started realizing, okay, I don't want to do that to my kids because at the end of the day, yeah, it messes with me. But then I saw, okay, that's what my grandpa Boggs did to him. So he's just passing it down, and I'm
the
now
cycle, brother.
trying to break that
Break
cycle.
the cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There it is.
There's the deep shit right there.
That's deep, brother. Well, I don't think we didn't pick a closer, so I think we can all kind of close.
Dude, yeah.
So I appreciate it by sharing tonight. My apologies as the main topic for tonight for not being more clear. So the next episode we will be more clear. I think we got a good guess. I got a good guess in the works. So
There we go.
But I'm not gonna spoil anything
Nice.
yet. So I don't have any good jokes. I did. I did hear a joke. So I'm volunteering at the Kairos mission here, and so we had our one of our training days yesterday because we're gonna go into the prison at the end of October for 4 days and help mentor inmates about how Jesus still loves them and all that good stuff, and they're not forgotten. But
That's some badass crap, by the way. I saw that.
So we got an example of what not to do yesterday. So they had 4 people sit down and they put out a scenario. So I do got a joke. So I'm trying to build it up. And one of the jokes was, so you're not supposed to tell too many jokes, and they're definitely not supposed to be tailored towards the residents, what we're supposed to call them, not inmates. But the joke is they said the inmate. Oh damn. Oh, why did the inmate write such a long book?
What? Because he was there for a while.
Because he had a lot of sentences.
Okay, that's good. Oh,
So that's pretty good.
that's
So-
actually damn good. All right.
And I got another joke. The other guys are afraid to say it, so I'll say it. What do you call a black? What do you call a black archaeologist? You call him a digger. So
Okay, well, we can't
For-
say that joke, bro.
I couldn't.
There's
Somebody
no way.
told me that
I'm
the other
half
day,
black,
and
so
I'm
it's
like,
kinda
I can't
cool.
say it, dude. It's too close to
That's
me.
horrible.
Well, for Brotastic Voyage, I am Jake the Snake. I am shy tonight. My motto is stay positive, my friends. Fred, Devil Dog Fred, what do you have? What do you have for us? What's your motto?
Live every
for
night
today?
like the last, because you never know if you get tomorrow.
That's right, brother. I
Love
it.
it.
And Exposed Homes, newbie producer Bonzi.
That's
What
right.
is your motto, brother?
Live it up and level up every single day.
I love it, man. And for Brotastic Voice, thanks for listening. We will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Later.
Peace.
Peace.
Wow.